Hello ladies and gentlemen, we're here bringing you another Minecraft Modern Warfare vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the T-80U. The T-80 is a third generation main battle tank, designed and manufactured in the Soviet Union. When it entered service in 1976, it was the second MBT in the world to be equipped with a gas turbine engine after the Swedish STRV-103, and the first to use it as a primary propulsion engine. The T-80U was last produced in a factory in Omsk, Russia, while the T-80UD and further development T-84 continue to be produced in Ukraine. The T-80 and its variants are in service in Belarus, Cyprus, Egypt, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, Russia, South Korea, and Ukraine. The chief designer for the T-80 was the Soviet engineer Nikolai Popov. So yeah, the T-80, which is obviously an iconic Russian tank, the predecessor to the T-90, still seen in service today and used by many countries around the world. The T-80U basically is a T-90 or a T-80B with a upgraded engine, and that's pretty much the only difference. I believe it went from being a gas turbine to a diesel or something like that. But yeah, that's really the only difference. Just that and probably a few quality of life kind of improvements and stuff like that within the tank. Since the T-80U is kind of one of the most modern versions of the T-80. So yeah, a really cool tank overall and a fun build nonetheless. Obviously doing another Russian MBT, and one that can obviously serve in late Cold War conflicts and also serve in some modern conflicts and stuff like that. So you definitely have some playability and you can do a lot with this tank. So really cool stuff, and again, hopefully you guys do enjoy it. Anyways, let's go ahead and kind of jump in and take a look here at the tank and kind of see what we got going on here. Obviously to begin with, we have the main gun for it. Go into the turret here. I mean, really reminiscent of the T-90, so if you did build my T-90, you're a little familiar in that sense with the tank. With the turret, pretty cool. We got all the different hatches and stuff, the Dishka machine gun up on top, and just a nice overall design here for the turret. Again, the standard look for these tanks, a really kind of low profile type build here, and you can definitely see it in full force here. We got some external tanks here on the back, which my only guess could be fuel tanks, and then also more fuel tanks mounted on the back here. So lots of fuel for this tank. But overall, really nice design for it, and again, is going to really be a good tank to place pretty much anywhere. It's got a lot of playability to it and a lot of stuff you can do. So anyways, that's going to do it for this overview. Let's go and jump into the tutorial by beginning with our first layers. Alright guys, go ahead and move into our first layers. We go ahead and begin with layers 0 and 1. For these layers, to go ahead and get started with, we're going to place down a row 2 of nether brick slabs across, followed by row 2 of nether brick top slabs. From this, we're going to place down a green terracotta block, followed by a green shulker box next to it. After that, we're going to place down 2 dark oak wood stairs across like this, followed by another 2 dark oak wood stairs coming off the back of those stairs, and then going back up here to our shulker box, we're going to place down a dark oak wood button, item frame, and a green terracotta block in that item frame like so. After these 2 dark oak wood stairs, we're going to place down 2 nether brick blocks here in the ground. Once we have that done, we're going to go ahead and basically repeat this same design a total of 2 more times. So green terracotta block, shulker box, the 2 dark oak wood stairs, back to back like that, and then our 2 nether brick blocks here in the ground. And again, we're going to go do that one more time. So green terracotta block, dark oak wood button, also on the shulker box here, and a item frame. So again, make sure that's on there. And then we're going to place down 2 dark oak wood stairs across like this, 2 nether brick blocks here in the ground. After that, on the top of these 2 nether brick blocks here, place down 2 nether brick slabs, and then 2 nether brick top slabs coming off those 2 slabs, just like that. And that right there is going to basically make your track design. With that done, we want to go and go back up to the front section here. We're going to go and take our dark oak wood trapdoors. We're going to place down a row 3 of dark oak wood trapdoors going across from this nether brick slab, and then we're going to place down a row 3 of dark oak wood top slabs directly behind that. Coming off those dark oak wood trapdoors, we're going to place down 3 green banners across just like that. Once that's done, on the back here, we're going to go to our dark oak wood stairs. We're going to place down a row 3 of dark oak wood top slabs across, and then 1 top slab there in the middle, followed by a dark oak wood trapdoor to both sides of that top slab like that. We then want to go ahead and fill in the space in between our top slabs here, all the way going up toward the front, or go all the way to go in toward the back here. Just basically closing this whole space off on the bottom here to create a large rectangle here for the base of the hull, like that. Once that's done, we're going to copy the same design that we did for the tracks over on the right side, over here to the left side. So again, this is going to be the same exact design here. I'm going to go ahead and do this a little bit quicker since I've already kind of explained how to do it. And if you need to, you can just refer back to the other side and look and see what you did over there, because it is exactly the same on both sides. So again, pretty simple stuff here. We got that set up, and then we're going to have our dark oak buttons across, item frames, and green terracotta blocks in those item frames, like so. And with that all complete there, that is going to basically wrap up what we have here for our first layer here, layers 0 and 1. Here's what it should look like from up above. And once we have that all complete, we can go and move on to our next layer, layer number 2. Alright guys, go ahead and move on to our next layer, we move on to layer number 2. For layer 2 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to take our green terracotta blocks and place down 2 blocks on top of these 2 narrow brick top slabs. And we want to go ahead and take dark oak signs and wrap them around the sides here of these blocks, just like so. And we're going to take this and basically wrap this all the way around like that. After that's done, we want to go ahead and take our green terracotta, we're going to place down 2 blocks over here, 2 blocks on this side, and a row of 3 of dark prismarine across the space in between there. We're going to then take our green terracotta, we're going to place down a row of 7 across like that, and then dark oak trapdoors here to both ends. After that, we're going to go ahead and place down quite a few rows of 7, so in total we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 additional rows of 7 of green terracotta just filling this whole space in. So it's going to be quite a bit. We're going to have in total 11 rows of 9 of green terracotta going all the way across, just completely closing the inside here of this tank off. If you do want to build an interior for the build, you do have the option to do it. Obviously space is pretty limited, but you can try to fit one if you want to, but I'll leave that for you guys to figure out once we have the model actually complete, and you can kind of hollow out and remove blocks as needed. Now also along the rows here of 9, we're going to place down dark oak wood trapdoors closed on the sides of the blocks there, all the way down the side there like that for the side armor. After that, we want to go and then place down a dark oak wood upstairs there on both sides here, and a row of 7 of green terracotta across in between them. On the sides of the stair, we're going to place down a dark oak wood sign. Same thing over here. And we're going to then place down a row of 7 of green terracotta across again, and green circle blocks both sides, dark oak button, item frame, and a cobweb in the item frame like that, and same thing over here. Just like that. After that's all finished there, we're going to then take our narrow brick stairs and place down 2 narrow brick stairs across like that. A dark oak sign here on the side of these stairs. And then for the middle space here, in between the stairs, we're going to place down a mossy cobblestone wall to both sides. And in the very middle, we want to go and place down a black concrete block, like so. With that done, we're going to then take our spruce wood slabs. We're going to place down a row of 7. A row of 5 of spruce wood going across. I was saying rows of 9 here. This is actually supposed to be rows of 7. I'm sure you guys probably figured that out, but my bad. That's what I get for recording a tutorial late at night. So, anyways, we have the row of 5 of spruce wood slabs here across. Wither skeletons close both sides, and then come off the sides of those 5 spruce wood slabs. We're going to place down 5 spruce wood signs. And that right there is going to basically wrap up the back there. And with that, that is going to complete layer number 2 for the build. And with that, that is going to bring us on to layer number 3. Alright guys, go ahead and move on to our next layer. We move on to layer number 3. For layer 3 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go and take our dark oak trapdoors and place down 1 and 2. 1 and 2 dark oak trapdoors on both sides here. And then from that, we want to go and then place down a row 2 of daylight detectors on both sides. And again, close these dark oak trapdoors if they do decide to open on you. We're going to go ahead and place down a row 2 of daylight detectors back from those. After we get to this point, we're going to go ahead and then place down a zombie head on those 2 green terracotta blocks. We're going to then place down 2 spruce wood slabs here to both sides, and then a row 3 of daylight detectors across the center like that. Come off the center daylight detector, we're going to place down a dark oak sign, an item frame, and in that item frame, we're going to place down a black bed, rotated so it's on side like that for the driver's viewport. Once we have that done, we're going to then take our spruce wood slabs, we're going to place down a row of 7. It's going to go all the way across here. And on both ends of that row of 7, we're going to place down a spruce wood sign. Once we get to this point, we're going to then place down a green terracotta block here in the center, followed by a dark oak wood stair to both sides. We're going to then place down 2 spruce wood slabs out to the sides, and again a spruce wood sign on the side of the slab, like so. Once we have that all done, we're going to then take a green terracotta, we're going to place down a row 3 across here, a dark oak wood stair to both sides here, and then a row 5 of green terracotta going across, dark oak wood stair on both sides here, row 3 green terracotta in the middle, green terracotta block going back down the center, and a dark oak wood stair to both sides. After that, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 spruce wood slabs, and then over here 1, 2, 3. And we just want to go then take our spruce wood signs and place them along the sides here like so. Same thing over here, just like that. Once that's done, we're going to then place down a row 2 spruce wood slabs to both sides like that. And then again, we're going to do another row 2. So you have 2, we're going to do a 3rd row, a 4th row, and then a 5th row. So you're going to have 5 rows of 2 going back like that. We then want to go and take our spruce wood signs, and we're going to place down a row of spruce wood signs here on the side, and same thing over here as well. Just like that. Once that's done, we're going to then place down a dark oak wood slab here in the center, and we're going to then place down a zombie head to both sides of the slab. From that, we're going to take our nether brick slabs and place down a row of 3 nether brick slabs across. We're going to then place down a dark oak wood slab here in the middle and a dark oak wood stair like this to both sides of that slab. And then across this space here in the middle, we're going to place down a row 3 of dark oak wood slabs like that. And we want to go then take our daylight detectors. We're going to place down 1 and 2 daylight detectors on top of those stairs, a dark oak wood trapdoor in the middle here, and then a green carpet on top of these 2 mossy cobblestone walls like that. And then lastly, for these extra fuel tanks, which are optional, you can choose to include them. If you don't want them, you don't have to, but to go ahead and add them if you do, we're going to go and place down 2 mossy cobblestone walls here to both sides like that, come out those daylight detectors. And with that all done, that is going to wrap up what we have here for layer 3, and with that we'll go and move into our next layer, layer number 4. I guess going to move on to our next layer, we move on to layer number 4. For layer 4 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a smooth sandstone block on top of this spruce wood slab, and then a sandstone top slab coming off of it, followed by a birchwood sign to both sides of that slab. From that, we're going to take our dark oak wood slabs, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 dark oak wood slabs going forward. We then want to go and go to our 2 middle ones right here. We're going to place down 2 dark oak wood slabs on the sides here. So on those 2 middle dark oak wood slabs, again, same thing there to this side as well. We're going to go and place down those 2 dark oak wood signs. We then want to go and go back to this section, and this section here we do have a difference in how basically the turret's design here, so make sure you're paying close attention. Over here on the left side, we're going to place down a upside down prismarine stair, and then over here on the right side, we're going to place down a green terracotta block. Coming off that green terracotta block, we're going to place down a item frame, and in that item frame, we're going to just place down a glass pane, like so. After that, we're going to place down a row of 3 of green terracotta across behind it, followed by a mossy cobblestone wall to both sides. And then come off the mossy cobblestone wall, we're going to place down zombie heads, come off these 2 sides, so just like this. And we want to go then place down another, or sorry, this time a row of 5 of green terracotta across, and then a prismarine upside down stair on both sides, or dark prismarine, sorry. After that, once we get to this point, we want to go and then grab ourselves a nether brick stair, and we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 5 green terracotta across the middle here, a nether brick upside down corner stair here in the corners, and then on the sides of that, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood trapdoor on the sides of those nether brick stairs. And after that, we're going to place down a row of 5 of green terracotta going across the center here. We're going to then place down a green shulker box on its side to both sides, and then come off the side there of the shulker box, we're going to place down a dark oak wood button. Same thing over here. After that, we're going to place down a row of 3 of green terracotta across the middle here. Again, a green shulker box to both sides of that row of terracotta. And we're going to then place down a zombie head on the front side here and this side of the shulker boxes like that. Across the back here, we're going to place down a green terracotta block in the middle, followed by a dark oak wood stair to both sides of it like so. We then want to place down a dark oak wood top slab, come off this green terracotta block, and a dark oak wood fence gate, come off those 2 dark oak wood stairs just like that. After that, go ahead and go into our back fuel tanks here. We're going to go and place down 2 green terracotta blocks on top of those mossy cobblestone walls. Put that to both sides. We're going to place down a dark oak wood button on the front or the tops here of those, and we're going to then grab ourselves a item frame. We're going to place down an item frame on both sides here and a green terracotta block in the item frame. So just like that. And after that's all done there, that is going to wrap up what we have here for layer 4. With that, we're going to move into our last 5 layers here. Layers 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So with that, we're going to move into our last 5 layers, layers 5 through 10. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we'll be moving into layers 5 through 10. For these layers, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a zombie head on top of this smooth sandstone block. And going back from that zombie head, we're going to place down a prismarine slab. Over here to the right side of the prismarine slab, we're going to place down a daylight detector. Over here to the left side, we're going to place down a dark oak wood slab. Coming off the slab toward the front, we're going to place down a dark oak wood sign, an item frame, and in that item frame, we want to go and place down a black bed, rotate it around on its side like so. After that, we're going to go and take our green carpet. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, sorry, my bad, 1 and 2, and 3 green carpets like that on those 3 dark oak wood slabs, 2 dark oak wood trapdoors, and then the remaining dark oak wood top slabs with some green carpet. Once that's done, we're going to then place down a dark oak wood stair, which is going to be on this side, so dark oak wood stair here, daylight detector here, and then we're going to go ahead and place down a spruce wood plank directly behind the stair. To both sides of the stair, we're going to place down a dark oak wood stair like that, or to both sides of the spruce wood plank, we're going to place down a dark oak wood stair, and then a dark oak wood stair there in the middle like that. We're going to then place down a dark oak wood button on top of those 2 prismarine upside down stairs. And in the middle space here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood slab, followed by a mossy cobblestone wall here to the side. And then 1, 2, 3 daylight detectors along the side here, and over here, 1 daylight detector there next to that stair like that. We're going to go ahead and place down a redstone repeater on top of the nether brick upside down stair, and we're going to flip the notches back as far as we can get them, like so. And we're going to go ahead and then continue on by placing down a spruce wood slab after this mossy cobblestone wall, followed by a dark oak wood slab here, and then a dark oak wood stair coming off the slab like that. On the back here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood slab there in the middle, and a daylight detector to both sides. And we're going to then take our spruce wood or spruce brush plates, and we're going to go ahead and basically place them on top of those shulker boxes. From this point here, we're going to then go to these 2 daylight detectors. We're going to place down end rods coming off of them. We're going to go and then place down a green terracotta block here in the middle, followed by a green shulker box like this, and one like that, and a green shulker box coming off like that. And then we're going to go and place down a dark oak wood sign coming off this green terracotta block like so, and then a zombie head coming off of these 2 inner shulker boxes, and then daylight detectors on top of those as well. Then to both ends here, we're going to place down dark oak wood buttons. We're going to then grab ourselves some item frames, place down item frames, and then a green terracotta block in those item frames. Same thing over here on this side as well. With that done, to go and do the radio antenna, real simple, we're going to place down a dark oak wood fence post on top of the stair, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4 iron bars up like that. After that, we're going to then place down a dark oak wood, we're going to get a dark oak wood fence gate, anvil, nether brick stair, slab, dark oak wood signs. We're also going to need an iron frame and a black bed for right now. And to make the dish gun machine gun, we're going to place down a dark oak wood fence gate on top of this slab, have it opened up toward the front. Coming off of it, we're going to place down an anvil, followed by a nether brick upside down stair, nether brick top slab, and then on the very tip here, a end rod with a wither skeleton skull coming off the end rod like that. Now with that done, over here to the right side, we're going to place down 2 dark oak wood signs on the nether brick stair and slab. On the side of the stair here, we're also going to place down an item frame and a black bed rotated to the pillars facing toward the front there on the side of the gun. Over here to the left side, we're going to place down a shulker box coming off the side here of this nether brick stair. On top of the shulker box, we're going to place down a power rail and place down one here so that it kind of creates that straight line that looks like it feeds into the gun. We're going to then place down a redstone repeater on top of that nether brick slab. We're going to nether brick up downstairs and flip the notches back. A wither skeleton skull on top of the anvil. And then lastly, a dark liquid button on top of this nether brick top slab. And once you guys have that all done there, that is going to pretty much wrap up the design. A few things left for me to actually cover is over here on the right side. We are going to place down a zombie head on top of this. We're going to place it down on top of this green terracotta block. So right here, I will need to delete that slab. We'll go ahead and fix it. And again, make sure there's dark liquid signs on both sides of that slab and a dark liquid button on top. So we have a zombie head there, and then a zombie head on top of this monster cobblestone wall at about a 45-degree angle. And after that, that is going to pretty much do it there for the T-80U. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this build and are able to put it to good use. If you do use this as dying, I do ask you guys give me proper credit for this. If you think of a solid build, please my channel or this video if this doesn't bring you social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for it, you're free to use it for projects you guys are working on. Overall, enjoy the build, have fun with it, and all that fun stuff. Anyways, again, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been your 204, and I'll see you guys next time.